Good morning, dear students. Today we will study our poem A Tiger in the Zoo, which is composed by Leslie R.S. In this poem, we can say that there is a contrast in the paragraphs, in the stanzas, because in the first stanza, the poet is talking about the tiger who is locked up in the cage in the zoo. And in the next two paragraphs, he talks about the tiger who should be living in his natural habitat. Then again, he tells us about the about the personality of the tiger, that how he is behaving inside the locked cage. So here we see that the lion and the tiger, these are wild animals who are the habitats of a wild forest, and the poet wants to say that he should be living in his natural habitat. But when he is asked to live in some locked area, in a cage, how his behavior changes, this we are going to study in the poem. Now the very first stanza of the poem says, he stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet white in his quiet rage. Now here he is saying that he is walking slowly and he is taking short steps. He is in his cage. The few steps of his cage means we comes to know that he is locked up in a cage and he is walking slowly. His movement is very slow. And in his vivid stripes means we know that there are bright colored stripes on the body of the tiger. Then on pads of velvet white, he means to say that the paws, the underneath part of the paws is very soft, and so he compares it with velvet because velvet is also very soft. So he says that his pads, or means his paws, they are like velvet, soft like velvet, and he is moving in quiet rage. Now here we see that these are the two opposite words. Quiet rage. Rage means anger, and quiet we all know is silence. So two opposite words are here. This is oxymoron. Why he is saying quiet rage? Because the natural nature of a tiger is full of ferociousness. He is full of anger. He roars. But here when he is locked up in the cage, we see that he is not able to do anything. He is feeling helpless. So he has quietened his anger in himself. So that is why the poet has used this oxymoron, quiet rage. Now coming to the second paragraph, he says that in the second paragraph the poet is talking that the tiger should be living in his natural habitats, in his natural surroundings. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through the long grass. Now lurking in shadows through the long grass means he wants to say that he should be hiding himself in the shadow of the long grass near the water hole. Wherever there are, we know that wherever there are water bodies, the animals, the wild animals come to quench their thirst. And here is the place, this is the correct place where the wild bees, wild animals, they hide themselves in order to get their prey. So the poet is also saying the same thing, that he should be hiding himself in the long grass and near some water hole where there are chances that a plump of fleshy deer may pass, may come to drink water and quench his thirst, and he may, you can say that he is waiting for this prey. Now deer is said to be the favorite prey of tiger.